Hello everyone, happy Christmas, happy New Year, welcome to 2025. Apologies for the 2-week break. I just wanted full rest and relaxation. No YouTube, no Instagram, nothing. But here we are with Whisky of the Year. Now I was hoping these would be in shot. Some of you eagle-eyed viewers can already tell what these are. There are, of the 5, there are 3 which it was quite difficult to decide between. And then 2 of them are just honourable mentions because I thought they were really fun, they were really affordable, they were really interesting. There's only one bottle in this whole lineup which broke the £100 mark. The rest of them on average were between 38 to about £50. So no crazy one-offs. Honourable mention number 1 is this Loch Lomond bottle. Please focus. This was their 8-year-old distillery release, which came off the stills at an absolutely incredible strength of 85%, with some Chardonnay wine yeast. You'll notice that I haven't actually drank a lot out of this. This has been something that I've been like dropping in very small amounts, literally with a pipette, into cocktails, into little homemade blends, but to even smell it now is so just French apple orchard, grapevine sort of smells. Really fun. A couple of customers told me about this range. I jumped on it. Honourable mention number 1. Really cool bottle. Honourable mention number 2. The bottle with the worst logo of the year, but something that just made me laugh when I saw it. I heard nothing about this Thompson Brothers 8-year-old release, was literally just browsing websites on my lunch, saw it, had to buy it, made me giggle. And then it turns out the liquid was incredible as well. This is batch 1. There is a batch 2 out, or a batch 2 was released in the last couple of months, certainly. And this is a North Highland blended malt, 8 years old, of Glenord and Clynelish. I was drinking this last night, and it is just this beautiful, fruity, sweet, easy drinking style of whiskey, which has really summed up. I was going to say it summed up a lot of the collection this year, but two of the 5 are pretty intense in different ways. This was my first ever Thompson Brothers bottle, and I will say that it set me on good stead for the future. Just a really fun bottle, but yeah, there's our 2 honourable mentions. And now we have 3. I'm going to do the most expensive one in 3rd place, and it was a newer review. This is the Living Souls Kildalton 19-year-old. Now there is still a little bit of an argument going around as to what this is. I've heard multiple different theories, the main one being it's an Ardbeg with a little bit of something else in it. And another theory that was pitched to me by a good whiskey friend was that when they bought the barrel, they just couldn't call it Ardbeg, and they also couldn't call it single malt. I'm a little bit doubtful about that final part, because I've never knowingly seen that before. But anyway, it's an Ardbeg, 19-year-old from refill bourbon and sherry. And when I tried this, it just blew me away. I've had a bit of a thorn in my side with Ardbeg for a couple of years now, and this was just a revelation as to they can make good whiskey. They do have good whiskey in their warehouses, as every distillery does. But, you know, I'm not really in as pretty a label as this is. Very simple, very like old cognac style bottle. I ain't into the marketing of, that was grammatically incorrect. I'm not into the marketing and the crazy stuff Ardbeg do. I just want them to release good whiskey again. That isn't, you know, I'm not paying £150 just for a cool label, because this proves you don't have to, as does this. This was £135 a bottle, the most expensive in the whole Living Souls first 4 releases, but I'm really, really happy to have it. It hasn't actually been opened yet. I was going to open it on Christmas Day, but our car was pretty full driving down to Cornwall, so I decided not to. But yeah, that's Whiskey 3. Number 3 of the year, Whiskey of the Year. Number 2. This has been a really hard decision. And since I got back from Cornwall, which was only about, what day is it today? It's Thursday today, so 4 days ago, I have been in a state of which one gets it. And in an unusual sense, it's going to go to the one which, after what I'm about to say, you wouldn't think it would go there. So in second place is this. Honourable Mention, the Midgie. Big fan of Honourable Mention anyway. Been able to almost get all of their releases in the last couple of years. Didn't manage to get the official AD 10-year-old in this bottle, but I did get the Adelphi single cask one, which is up there and will be reviewed very soon. I bought this on a whim. I was like, it's, again, a cool label. This cheeky little midgie on the front. And it's done in collaboration with Smidge, who are the leading world providers of midgie spray or midgie repellent. This was really fun. It's 48%. It, again, was below 50 quid. This is bottle 3 that I've had. It's about a third of the way done, maybe a fifth of the way done. And I've never craved a whiskey more. Drank some incredible whiskies in my years of doing this, and beforehand, and into the future, hopefully. But I bought this, bottle 1, and we went to Cornwall in summer. My girlfriend's family's from down there. And I didn't take it with me. And I was sat there drinking something else, and I was just like, I want this. I really want this. So again, this goes a little bit against what you might think, because this is my third bottle. I craved it while I was away, but it gets a very stoic second place, because what came first was a whiskey that I genuinely had no interest in. We have done very, very positive reviews of this distillery in the past, and will probably continue to do so because they make good whiskey, but I just really fell out of love with what we know as the current house distillery style. It was just, you know, for me, it just tasted like sherry now, especially a couple of the newer batches. Still really good whiskey, but not necessarily giving more than just sherry notes. And then a good customer at the shop I work for brought 2 bottles of these release in. I was like, try them. I was like, okay, you know, begrudgingly, I'll try this really cool bottle of whiskey for free. And I nicknamed this bottle the Islay Killer. And I still stand by that. And it is the Micheltor 5-year-old, the sherry one. Now this is bottle 2, it hasn't been opened yet. The box is just over there, but I have been sat on this and kind of waiting for this review to open it, because despite my apprehension as to what to give this award to, I was in a state of, either way, we'll open bottle 2, have a good old pour, because today in Manchester it is currently -2 degrees. I've just come home from work as I film this video. That is a hefty pour. And again, this is a 48% peated Speyside single malt. And it's sherry finishing, I believe, Oloroso and Pedro Jimenez. And I just fell in love with it. And we all have these experiences with bottles where you're like, oh yeah, cool, I'll try it, you know. Seen it pop up on websites, got the emails from every whiskey retailer in the UK about it. And I was just like, you know. I famously dip between loving sherry cask whiskey and not wanting to go near it at all. And the theme of the last couple of whiskies, minus the Living Souls 19, is that they are majority matured in bourbon. But this Micheltor, and I know I'm using the wrong glass to talk about it in terms of scent, but I know it quite well already. Everything I want from a young, heavily sherried, 48% whiskey is in this. And I thought it was going to be just a bit of a fad, because no matter who makes the whiskey, I feel like everyone kind of jumps on fads of oak styles, and you know, there's going to be a lot of cool stuff, well, there has been a lot of cool stuff with fermentation and distillations. But obviously that happened a couple of years ago in order to release the stock. But I just was blown absolutely away by it. And as a result, it gets Whisky of the Year. But, you know, very close. Very, very, very close. Two fantastic independently owned distilleries who are just doing what they want. A little bit of a theme with peat as well this year. 3 of them are peated. Let's not leave out the other 3. Whiskey 3. And then the honourable mentions of the Thompson Brothers one and this Loch Lomond 8-year-old as well. Stunning bottles of whiskey. Had a few SMWS high scorers this year and a Glengarry, a 19-year-old, which was particularly stunning. And loads of other stuff. Tried some amazing whiskey. Tried some horrendous whiskey from Glenmorangie this year. But all in all, a pretty fun year. Quite a diverse year too. Some other spirits doing the rounds, and hopefully as the year goes on I'll be able to review more spirits, and we can not only do a Whiskey of the Year review, we could do a Rum of the Year review and a few other things as well. But yes, thank you all for watching. I've had a wonderful start to 2025. It is the literal dream start I wanted it to be, and things are hopefully only going to get better. Fingers crossed. But I cheers to you, clink, through the screen, and I hope that your year is going well. If it hasn't started off well, I wish you all of the best and bravery and strength to get through it how you need to get through it. Times are a little bit tough. This is a fun hobby. It's a nice outlet. Let's share all the love of it and that kind of thing. But thank you all for watching. I'm gonna go make some food and enjoy this, and I will see you all for some more standard programming as of Wednesday. Cheers.